Welcome guys to another YouTube video brought to you by yours truly, Sean of Miwe Apparel. This video is going to be a quick video just touching base with you, letting you know about some of the trials and tribulations of running several businesses, and this one is more in particular of just running a clothing brand. So let's get straight to it. So again, in past videos you heard I started this business in October 2019. Yeah, my memory doesn't serve me right at this moment. But in 2019 I started this business, which I'm very happy I did it. At that time I was going through a kind of a struggle financially, losing a job. I was getting unemployment, so I wasn't at a bad situation at that point, but wanted to make a difference in my life, wanting to put some of my efforts into securing myself and securing my family. So sometimes it's been years, I should say, that you may be thinking, what can I do? What do I want to do with myself? I don't have an idea, I don't know what I want to do, but I know where I would like to take myself in the near future. And I think that's what happened for several years until I got to that point where I was no longer working and I had to figure out my shit somewhere, somehow. And doing that and getting to that point, I think it fell on my lap. So I started the business in 2019, decided to start a clothing brand, a motivating, empowering clothing brand, which is Miwe. Some people say, what does Miwe mean? Miwe is exactly what it says, me. Taking care of me, loving me, being proud of me, promoting me, self-love. And it's not a selfish thing when you say me, because at the end of the day I always say the better you are for yourself, the stronger you are for yourself, the more beneficial you can be for others. And the others could be your spouse, your family, your kids, your parents who have done so much for you. You can give back to them, your communities. But the only way you can get to that point is by being a better version, a stronger version, empowered, financially stable version of yourself. So that's just a quick rundown of how the business started. Again, I may have said that story a few times, but I love saying it over and over because it means a lot to me. And it means a lot for me to get it out to y'all, so y'all too can understand and want to better yourself and just figure out how you can make something happen. Right? So some of the trials and tribulations, let's move forward. So being in the business for about 3 years, some of the trials and tribulations that I endure as a single business owner of this clothing brand is getting the support. I've learned early, and I've still learned up to the past week or two, you could bring a horse to water, but you can't force the horse to drink, as the saying goes. You can tell people about your vision, you can show them your vision by the words you use, by the passion that you express, to get them to want to be part of this. But at the end of the day, until they are able to feel it, see it, and they themselves can imagine it, it's not going to be your right hand person that you can depend on. Right? And that's what happens with me in this situation a lot of times. I've met a lot of people for the past few years running and managing this brand, and I have met some people like my good friend Clarence, my good friend Stefan, my brother Dale, who are like my right hands, who support the brand and who are there for the brand. But I've met a lot of people who were excited just to hear the vision of the brand. They love the vision, they love the direction of the brand, but when it comes to really getting them to be passionate about doing the extra work to move the brand forward, it's all up to me. Again, me. So same thing for you. When you run your business, it's all about you figuring out that it all depends on you, your foundation, your strength, your stabilization. And that's how I see it, and that's how I feel it. So sadness, depression comes sometimes from not getting the support that you want, but you have to overcome it. You have to find a way to manage it and not give it too much room or too much energy within your mind and within your days. So that's what happens a lot when you try to run a business, any type of business, whether you do construction, whether you do the music, because it has happened to me even throughout my DJing career. Anything, I think any business that you run where you have to depend on people is going to be very depressing, heartbreaking as you go along, but you have to get thick skin. I always say, and I always tell myself, if I am at this low level of the business and it's hurting, it's depressing, and it's getting to me, I'm not ready for the bigger level. I have to be able to be strong to overcome and not lose sleep over the smaller things. Because when we get me where to where it is going to be, I have to be able to withstand much more than what I am enjoying at this point. So don't think about it like that. Don't stress over the small things. Don't stress over spill make or things that you cannot change or you cannot fix. You can fix you, you can work on you, and the only way you can work on the problems you may have with others is by working on you, that you don't let it get to you. Like I always tell people, expectations. I think that's the biggest problem or reasoning for a lot of the problems that we encounter. Expectation. I expected you to help me. I expected you to be a part of it. I expected you to buy. I expected you to share. I expected you to be my right hand. And when you don't get it, you get disappointed. You lose sleep over it. You feel like quitting. You feel lonely. So it's like the recipe of what we are putting in the pot, or what we are chopping up on the cutting board, is our expectation, our hopes, our expectation. And then when you put it in your pot and you don't get it to where you want it to look or taste or be the food that you wanted to cook, you're disappointed. So don't lean on others, expecting them to see your vision, expecting them to speak your vision, expecting them to go out of their way to want to promote your brand, because they are not in your shoes. And I always also compare it to interviews. I've been a manager for a few years in my banking careers, and it's the same thing. You can sit and have an interview with someone and they will tell you exactly what you want to hear. But when you put them in a position, you hire them, you put them in a position, 90 days come and gone, what happens? They change. The true person comes out, and what they told you they were going to be, it didn't happen, right? So that's how life is. Relationship, dating is the same thing. When you get to know someone, you get to deal with them on a more lengthy basis, the real person comes out. And that's not a problem with the real person coming out. The problem is your expectation of the other person that you thought you were going to get. So when it comes to the business of running a clothing company and having a vision, because it all starts from a vision. Any company that starts with a vision, then it comes into practice. So when you run in a company and you bring people on board and you hope that they have the vision and you realize they don't, that's when your expectation would have been the issue for you being unhappy, wanting to give up. So let's cut it out. No more expectations. Let's just focus on us, focus on me, what I can do for the brand, not expecting him or her to pick up the slack or bring something extra to the table. Do your homework. Learn how to market, learn how to design, learn how to print, learn how to be a visionary, learn how to speak, learn how to motivate others, and you do it. Don't rely on others to do it for you, because that's where the obstacle and the expectations try to make you fail. And we don't want to be failures. We want the right energy around us. And if we can't get the right energy, at least we must be the most stable tree in the forest. Right? So that's the beginning part of the branding. Just learning how to set expectations, lower expectations, not have expectations, and being able to count on myself, count on me to make sure that the business is run the way it's supposed to run. Right? What else? I do the designing. I used to, before I started the designing for the clothing company, I would do my own graphic designing for my DJing career, for promotional flyers to my radio shows and parties and events I would have. I would do my own flyer work, and that transcended into me designing clothes. Now in the beginning, I have people who have told me the designs in the beginning wasn't all that. The vision was always perfect, but the designs wasn't there. So the designs weren't matching the vision. And now people are saying, oh, I love your design, I love the simplicity, I love the clean cuts of your designs. I love what you're doing with the clothing. So it didn't take 1, 2, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. It took almost 4 years to get to a point where I'm very confident in the branding of the clothes. I just need to continue to work and grow the marketing of the clothes, because to me, the 3 trifectas of the brand, to me, that I have to kind of shoot and aim for is obviously the designing, which is the brand, how things look, and I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Right? The vision, utmost. No words can express how much I'm very confident in the vision of the brand. And then the marketing. That's where I know I need help with that. That's where I'm trying to learn. I'm trying every day to become better and better in the marketing of the brand. And a lot of people come in and tell you, oh, did you try this? Do vending, do this, do that. I've tried so many things, and I'm not going to say I would not try it again. But a lot of these things are, it benefits the patrons, it benefits others, but it doesn't benefit the business. So you have to see what works and what doesn't work, and what doesn't work, cut it. I've given away so much free items. I've done vending, I've done ads, I've done so many things trying to connect with influencers, people who has the power to help motivate and push the business further. Models, ambassadors, and it all boils down to the same thing. And that's where, when it boils down to not being effective or effective, it boils down to me saying, I gotta learn how to do these things. I gotta figure it out. Not depending on that person, him, her, them, to help push this business. I gotta figure out how I can push this business. Learn from my mistakes, but make sure I carry this burden and not anyone else. So that's the designing part, collaborating with the vision, being confident in the vision. I also outsource all the apparel. We are not a sew and cut brand yet, but we have wholesalers, and every day we get several other wholesalers hitting us up to want to work with us. But you have to be also understanding of why people are hitting you up. They're not hitting you up because they care about the brand or they see the vision in the brand. They're all trying to make money from you. So I'm not the one to hit up for that, guys. I'm telling you. So don't even hit me up for that. All right. So I have a few wholesalers I use when it comes to regular t-shirts, hoodies. I'm a big fan of Bella Canvas. Who else do I use? Several different companies I use. But when it comes to quality t-shirts, street apparel, I love the Bella Canvas brand as that goes. It's a little pricier, but again, I'm looking to have value meet vision when it comes to the brand. And then when value meets vision, then we collaborate with visibility, social media. So that's the 3 V's of the brand: vision, value, and visibility. My vision, which ends up being your vision, and once you get the vision, you see the value of what you're wearing and why you're wearing. Being me, all I can be is me, all this stuff. And then we grew the visibility, which is social media advertising, marketing, sponsorship, stuff like that. So there's a lot on the plate, and there's a lot I would like to keep going with the brand, So what else? As I said, I'm already at 13 minutes. I don't want to really make this video too long, but I just want to show you that it's not an easy journey. It is a really tough uphill battle, but the only way we or anyone that is going to make it, you have to learn the trade, you have to understand your worth, you have to put in the work. You cannot depend on anyone but yourself. There's nothing wrong with getting help. Expecting help? No. Learn, figure out how to do things. And once you do that, and others come in to help you, you could open them with welcome arms, be understanding, stuff like that. But again, no expectations that they are going to be the superhero, Wonder Woman, Superwoman, Superman, Batman of your brand. Yeah, all DC. Yeah. So what else before I start wrapping it up? So that's what we're going through the growth of the brand. It's very stressful, as I said. It's very heartbreaking at times. Sitting there trying to go up on social media, thinking of content, thinking of YouTube videos to make, thinking of vlogs, thinking of posts, designing different content to post on Instagram, giveaways, things to attract new audience and show, because you're so confident that once people start to see your brand, feel your brand, wear your brand, and then see the vision of the brand, they're gonna love it. And I'm 100% confident that it would happen that way. But people gotta see it first. People gotta hear about it. People gotta know it exists. And that's where getting people to know is easier said than done. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm never gonna quit. Don't get me wrong, it has influenced my mind, touched my mind, come into my mind to wanting to quit several times, because of support. Not because I'm not getting the sales, or the sales, I am getting the sales, but the sales aren't taking me to a well-known company yet. I'm not worried about the sales. I always tell people I'm not worried about sales. Don't get me wrong, it costs money to run a brand. It costs money to print, material to print, design, photo shoots, models, ambassadors, Facebook ads, Instagram ads. It costs a lot of money. Website, managing the website and publishing and keeping the website a stream. It costs a lot of money that I endure from start to finish. But I'm not worried about the money. I'm more interested in getting the right people around and then taking this to the people that they see the vision of the brand. And this way we can make this business or this brand reach its ultimate marker in the world. For this brand, I want this brand to change the world. I want everything that is being said on the brand, all I can be is me. Love being me. Be unstoppable, be extraordinary, be resilient, be dominant. All these things are things that I want people to endure, people to pledge and work behind to be better citizens, better human beings, and raise stronger, more confident young people. Even the elderly folks, the parents, the grandparents who grew up in a different mindset. With you rocking the brand, with you educating yourself on what MeWe represents, you can be that nurturing seed in their minds to teach them there's a different way to see things. Don't wait on other people. Don't hate on other people. Get up and go get. It's better to try and fail than to fail to try. And that's where it's 100% correct. Put the effort out. Teach your kids, your sons, your daughter. No tears, no weakness. Be a human. We all have feelings and we all have emotions. But not let pity be the things to drive us to get through in life. Let effort, let work be what it takes to drive us in life. Right? So I think that's roughly it. I'm not gonna, maybe we'll do a part 2 or part 3 and continue going as things change with the business. And more ideas come to my mind of what we go through, or what I go through when it comes to running this business. But I must say I appreciate each and every one of you all who buy, who support, who rock the brand unconsciously. And I love those who rock the brand unconsciously. Like I was just on Instagram, saw one of my good friends, he was playing basketball. He bought our slim fitted workout hoodie a few years ago, and I saw him playing. He posted a picture of him playing basketball in it, and I love that. It's not, and I don't love it for free publicity, but I love that he still loves it, he's still representing it, and unconsciously people are seeing it and people are asking, what is all I can be is me? I like that. What does it mean? That's what we're looking for. And that's how we can change the world unconsciously. Right? So again, I want to shout out Marcus for rocking the brand. Shout out Clarence, shout out Stefan, shout out Dale, my family, my parents. Thank you so much, my son Savion, big up yourself. But I'm gonna wrap this up here because I don't want it to be too long and boring. But we'll do another part on what it takes to run a business. And I'm not going to say what it takes to run a successful business, because I'm not successful to the point that I want to and I dream of, but I will tell you what it takes to run a business. It's not easy, right? So again, close the door on expectations. Expect yourself, but don't expect from others. Remember that. And once you stop expecting from others, I think your life will be happier, right? So until next time, thank you so much for working with yours truly, Sean, MeWe Apparel. Visit our website www.allicanbeisme on Instagram at MeWe_apparel, and have yourself a blessed week. Be safe and catch me back in the building again. Peace.